Hello, and welcome back to The Offer. I am here with the artist of this particular track, my co-host, Cesar. How are you, Cesar?
I'm doing fantastic, and I hope you at home you are having a fantastic day. I'm kind of sleepy. It gets better.
Cesar's very sleepy. So, as you can tell, this music is different because this month on The Offer, where we improvise stories for your audio listening pleasure, we are going on a new adventure, and that is stories inspired by games. Specifically, video games. A thing we love.
The video kind of games.
The video kind of games. So all this month, all the stories will be related to video games and wherever we want to take that. If you want to let us know about a video game you want us to do a story in the style of, hit us up on all of our socials so you hear about it and we can do it. We're on all of the socials, literally all of them.
All of them.
Our guest this week is the wonderful Charmika Stewart. Is that right? Charmika Stewart? Do I have your last name correct?
That's technically an accurate statement.
Yes, I love it when I make technically accurate
Charmika
statements.
is part AI, by the way.
That
for you at home
statement.
Who are wondering.
We are so excited to have Charmika with us to tell this story, and I can't wait to get into this. So let me stop prattling on. Cesar, do you have anything to say before we get into knowing Charmika more?
Oftentimes, the best times of our lives are the small moments. Don't waste them.
Great. This is The Offer. Oh, that's a wonderful
You guys couldn't
track.
see it, but I was just twerking. Mentally during
the mental twerk. The mental twerk is very difficult to hear. Are you okay? Do you just stretch maybe from that?
No. I've been doing this and yoga for years. No, it's
but do you?
So the stretches come before you do it, right?
Yeah, it's like a time-space thing.
Time space thing. Like, and do you do them at the same time? Sorry, I'm just quite curious. Do you mental twerk and yoga at the same time?
I think from this plane of existence, you could say that would be an accurate statement. It doesn't exactly work that way, but we can work our way up to that, later on in the conversation.
In The Offer, we're all about accurate statements.
Yeah.
Technically accurate statements. So, Charmika, I am reminded of the first time I met you, which was way back in Shanghai, and you were doing a video game inspired show. So it's just interesting that here we are again, related to video games again. It's just quite interesting.
I fucking love video games. That's like a really big part of my life, actually.
Yeah, that's so great. I love them too. And I think I've lived kind of embarrassed for a long time about them. So I'm so excited to ask this question. What was like the first video game that was important to you? Or what video game is really important to you?
When I was like, my earliest memory of like really being attached to a video game, I think was Duck Hunt. This was in the very early 90s. My older cousins had... they had a console.
Did you have the one that had like Duck Hunt and Mario together?
Well, I didn't actually own it. My cousins did, and their mother used to like force them to let me play with their toys, even though they hated it. And I was just so taken by Duck Hunt. It was a lifelong, affection. I think.
Oh, what was it about Duck Hunt that like really drew you into it? Do you think?
That's a very good question. I don't know. I mean, I was, a child and therefore extremely stupid. But I think, children don't know anything, dude. They don't.
Oh no, children don't know anything.
They know nothing, dude.
They're really fucking dumb.
No, they can't even. But I think that because of my, youth and lack of experience with the universe, just watching this 16-bit dog laugh in my fucking face when I failed and want more of it. Like it who knew, you could make an entire career off of preying on the masochism of your audience.
Yeah, totally.
Hating on video games. Yeah.
Right?
And that it like sort of makes fun of you for failing at its task.
Right?
and you still want more of it. That's so fascinating. Now, is there
Get
a
good,
story?
bitch. He, he, he.
Get good, yeah.
Get good. The original salty boy.
Right?
Is there a story in Duck Hunt? Like, does it like link the various
Nah.
moments in some sort of way together, or is it just like
What various moments, Paul? You see
shoot
the
the
duck,
duck?
you shoot the duck. Dog makes fun of you. Those are all the moments.
So
Those
when
are
I
literally
play
all the-
when I play games like that, I'm always linking it to like, oh, I'm the I'm the duck hunter who's like gonna get the most ducks this time. Even if I don't know if the game supplies that. I'm sure if they made a duck hunter now, there would be like achievements, and you'd be like the stellar duck hunter. But maybe at that time
that
it wasn't.
exists. It's called the Duck Dynasty, the game.
I mean, like, if they remade Duck Hunt today, I mean, like, the hunter would have to be some big titty anime girl, and then like the entire gaming community would have a conniption, and it would just it would have to have like.
I see you're
crazy
familiar with the new
graphics.
Resident Evil.
I'm directly referencing that. Yeah.
Yes. What happened with the newest Resident Evil? That's not a game that came across
Also,
my.
and the same things happened with GTA. We were having like some, just a new protagonist, a new playable character who's female, and some people don't like it. They're not happy about it. They don't want to have to embody a female character. GTA hasn't come out yet, but they're gonna have their first female playable character in GTA pretty soon. And gamers are doing their second favorite pastime, which is getting angry on the internet.
They always do that.
But like, yeah, it does seem like an odd thing to get angry about. Like getting angry about being like, I don't know. I don't know why that is so upsetting for so many people.
It's super upsetting.
I don't know. It's weird because it's the same people that would just go ahead and play like Tomb Raider or something.
Right? Like,
right.
I guess
I don't know.
They just don't like. They feel like the identity of the character, is somehow political in and of itself. And speaking of political, actually, it's something I wanted to talk to you guys about and just get your opinion on, if I may.
Yeah, sure.
You may.
I work in video games. I've been working in video games for much of my career. And my most recent company that I work for is actually a blockchain video game company. So we make games using blockchain technology. And there's this philosophical debate going on. Well, it's more like a legal debate in that what is the line between games and gambling? Because, gambling things that, that allow you to gamble have different laws from what, a game legally can let you do. And a lot of blockchain games are really in the gray area between game and gambling.
Well, let me just ask you a quick question about that. Go on, Cesar, and then I'll ask my.
Usually the line is, okay, can you trade in the in-game stuff for real money? Well, there's where they usually draw the line. But with blockchain, it's a little bit different because you can usually, connect the blockchain into your what is it, the Ethereum mining things. I don't want to go too much into detail. But blockchain games are definitely gambling, yes.
I mean, look at mobile games and gacha games, right? Like, a lot of mobile games have multiple in-game currencies that are complex, and then people lose a lot of money from that. So,
that's just dishonest and exploitational, but it's not gambling. Now, the question is gambling wrong? Well, if you're a child, I would say yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. You had a question.
My question was, I think, similar to Caesar's, which is I was just trying to discern how much of this individual's money do they put in at the start of the interaction.
Company.
When they go to start playing the game, do they have to drop?
First time
coins
is
in the
always
slot?
free, mate. Oh no, with blockchain games, it isn't like that, right?
They can be free to play. Our first game is free to play, but our mini games are not free to play. So you have to deposit using Ethereum coin. But you have to have some sort of coin to be able to participate. Not all blockchain games require that, but the vast majority do.
Yeah. So as soon as you have to drop a coin to pull the lever, like that makes it. But I mean, you're just dropping a coin for the experience, dog. You have to drop some coin to play Nintendo too.
Like the arcade.
Yeah,
maybe the deeper question.
But can you trade in that in-game currency for actual Bitcoin?
I mean, who knows? Maybe, sure. Yes, absolutely, yes.
Well, then it is gambling.
I think we're coming down pretty hard. I'm sorry. I want to find the way to not do this, but like, yeah, it seems kind of like gambling because. But maybe the deeper question is like, is gambling actually all that bad? Like, in the sense like, the people who have a problem with gambling have an actual like addictive personality problem, and we have so long spent time like making laws about gambling rather than helping them with their problem. If that makes sense, like we don't help them be more balanced people. We just like make laws about why it's bad, which to me is a missed opportunity to like actually help somebody. I don't know, have centers for people who feel like they're addicted to gambling and they go there and they get help.
They're going to start their own betting clubs in them.
I mean, like, we allow Wall Street to exist, and that's just gambling. I mean, I don't really see where the issue is. Well, but I think, like, I think that blockchain games get a little bit too much of, like, a rep for being just gambling, because, like, look at, like, every single mobile game where you buy diamonds that are worth certain number of jewels that are in gotcha games and shit like that. I mean, it's all just like preying on that part of your free prefrontal cortex to like just get more. I want more.
The thing about this like new stuff when it comes to like risk assumption or like the perception of risk like this, because most people don't really know what blockchain is. It's like a scary thing. These were like the Russian hackers used to mine Bitcoins, right? Like a blockchain is basically a very inefficient database, right? That's what a blockchain is. It's very inefficient because it needs like a lot of processes every time you need to make a.
It's just decentralized,
Yeah, right. But it's super slow. That's the thing. Like, that's why not like the big companies don't use blockchains for their databases.
I mean, that's only a problem if you make it a problem.
What? The point is, a blockchain is just a big database, but people don't know what that is, so that makes people scared because they don't understand it.
But here's the future, you guys. I don't completely
understand it.
Here's the future. We're gonna remake games from our childhood, like fucking Duck Hunt, on the blockchain technology. This is what I believe the future is.
Yeah, and you're gonna you gotta drop a Bitcoin every time you want to shoot the dog.
Every time you want to fucking shoot the goddamn duck.
Yeah.
But okay, so I think there's a deeper thing going with humans, is that we will do those things because it appeals to something in us. Like and I'm curious what that thing is, I guess. Like why we will play Duck Hunt, even though it's upset at us, even why we play these games when we like have to like keep throwing money at them, right? What it is about Duck Hunt that kept us going is something other than just like the fun of point and click, if that makes sense, right? Well, I just want to sort of mine just a little bit more. Sorry, pardon the mining, but I like what is the thing that like makes Duck Hunt make sense over a long period of time to play it? Is it that you get better at it, maybe, or?
Oh man, that's a very good question. Like, what is it in our fucking ape lizard brains that make this repetition of highly specific tasks, and that ultimately more often than not end in failure? What makes that shit attractive? I don't know. Hunting, gathering.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I would say the dog mocking you is an important part of the process.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like, is there like some saber-toothed tiger in our deep unconscious that's like laughing at us for letting a woolly mammoth get away? I don't know.